Hello and welcome to the Stash-down Diaries. My name is Jen and this is my YouTube channel where I talk all about my knitting projects and plans with a focus on using up my stash. Hello. I was in the field today, so I'm like still sweaty and stuff. I tried to clean myself up a little bit for you guys, but you know, I really need a shower. Plus it's hot today. It's really like, I thought we were done with this, but anyway, what do I have today? So I have to do my Stash-down update for August. I didn't do that yet. I do have some acquisitions to talk about because I found myself at Tracy's Rolling Yarn Shop because I needed a particular type of sock yarn for a particular person. And what else? Oh, plans. I have to talk about some planning that I'm doing, and then I have 4 projects that I worked on in the last week that I can talk about. So I guess I will get started with my Stash-down update, which is actually not very impressive. It never really is in the summer as impressive as other months, but still, it was something, I guess. So for the month of August, I had no acquisitions, and I finished 2 pairs of socks, the corn maze socks and the those opal textured socks that I knit. So that came to 156 grams. So it was 156 grams out for the month of August. And look at my sad little empty August planning page. My September one looks a lot better. I was doing themes for the month, like what I was going to focus on each month. And all summer it was socks, like and then October is going to be socks again. So I decided that September is going to be a finishing month. So I want to finish my Fintersall sweater. I want to finish that. And then I want to finish the other mitts that I had on the needles. I want to finish their socks. I want to finish my advent garland. So yeah, that's what I'm focused on for September. And then I'm going to be back into socks again in October because it's Socktober. And I still have socks in it for Christmas gifts. So I will be working on that. So that negative 156 grams brings me to a positive 325 from a positive 481. So yeah, I have to well, like once that blanket, the fire season blanket, when that's done on the 15th, that is just gonna blow my stash out numbers out of the water. Same with the sweater, and when I knit those sweater quantities that I bought recently. So yeah, so it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine by the end of the year. So anyway, I did buy a little bit of yarn. I will start with this one. So I initially purchased this one. This is K. Breton yarn from the Opulent Alpaca. There is the actual brand name. So it's from an alpaca farm here in Cape Breton, and I've wanted this for a while. I wanted to knit myself an alpaca small shawl, like bandana type thing, and I did end up pulling some Barocco alpaca light out of my stash and knitted the Age of Brass Esteem last spring with like, was it for me? It was kind of intended for me, but not necessarily. So it still needs its ends snipped, but it's, you know, it's finished and blocked and stuff. I just never snipped its ends because it was summer and I wasn't going to wear it, but I was going to maybe put it in the gift pile for the time being until I decided what to do with it, which I've decided what to do with it. That one is going to get gifted because it's gray and it's easier for the person who gets it to match with whatever they're wearing. My color is blue, as you can tell, you know, blue walls everywhere in the house. Not everywhere, but almost. Anyway, so this yarn is like a DK to like heavier sport weight kind of deal. It is 315 yards for 120 grams. So it's like, yeah, in that DK area. And it's 1/3 Huacaya That's a type of alpaca, I think. 1/3 Surrey and 1/3 Merino, and it is just succulent. So I believe that this one, I think, is going to be my Christmas Eve cast on. That might change. I might come up with something else because I usually have a Christmas Eve cast on. I don't really want to buy more yarn, so I want to pick something that I already have. And yeah, so it might be this. We shall see. All right, sock yarn for other people. Story of my life. I got some Zauberball. This one is 1153. Yeah, I think so. And then that's how it knits up right there. So I got this one for the child folk to knit socks. The shift in my sock yarn, like I've knit through a whole bunch of it. The shift is just like going to end up going into like colors that little girls like instead of all of my blues and stuff. And then like colors my brother likes. So that was the other thing I bought, but I went there looking for this yarn. And this is a good segue into works in progress because I already cast it on. I'm making socks. They're very Halloween-y. And so this is the Opal 6-ply, which I really like because it's just a little bit thicker than the fingering weight yarn. Makes just a little slightly thicker sock. Kind of more of what people expect when you talk about wool socks, although some people think more worsted too. But yeah, so it knits up faster. I just am doing a 3x1 rib, which is like my go-to for rib sock. I really like 3x1, but as a 2x2 cuff. And these are US 2 needles. What is US 2 in millimeters? Is it on the thing? Yes, it is. These are my Hiya-Hiyas. I love Hiya-Hiya sharps. Yeah, 2.75 millimeters. And that is those. I can't remember the colorway name, but it's like, Tracy was telling me that it's the anniversary of their rainforest colorways. So it is one of those, I think, is this one the tiger or the little lizard guy that's like orange and black? The label is downstairs. I should have brought it up with me, but I did not. So anyway, there is that. So that is why I ended up going to Tracy's and impulse buying this one. It's all gonna be fine. Everything's gonna get knit up. So what is next? Okay, I was talking about socks, so let's continue talking about socks. There's needle hanging into the bag. So yeah, Piper chewed a hole in my wonderful Pinup Dude Christmas bag. I think I got this one from Art by Anna. Yeah, Art by Anna. So yeah, big old hole in there from my wonderful little dog who gets really mad at me when I leave her home sometimes. And what I have in here is a bunch of Christmas yarn that I'm knitting through. And of course, one of those things that I am doing is my teeny sock advent calendar. The pattern is called Teeny Tree Socks. It's by Summer Lee. Hello, Maisie. Usually get a visit from her. So I finished these 3 since I last recorded, and I've been knitting 2 a month, or having a goal to knit 2 a month, so that I have them done for December 1st. And I'm almost caught up. If I knit 1 more of these ones, I'll be caught up to September. So this is August, and this is half of September right here. Now, I want to finish this before the end of September. These knit up so fast. So when I finish the second one, or the fourth one of this one, which I might do tonight. I might work on that one tonight and get this yarn off the needle so it can go into my poor neglected blanket that I'm working the variegated and semi-solid yarns into. But yeah, I want to finish this up by the end of September rather than waiting until the end of November to have it finished, so then I can call it done. And yeah, so that's the Teeny Tree Socks by Summer Lee, which is a free pattern on Ravelry. They knit up super fast. The only thing, and I knew when I did it that it was going to happen, but this is Lollipop yarn, which I believe she just disappeared. I don't think it's available anymore, but it's the sport weight one. So I knit the sport weight one, and I guess I just kind of forgot that I knit the sport weight one. I think this was one of the first ones that I did, and I didn't put the needle size up for all the rest of them. So there's a little size discrepancy in these, but I'm wondering if I block all the other ones and let them bloom because they're all superwash sock yarn, they might catch up with this, but it doesn't matter. I don't care, because when you see socks on a line, they're all different sizes. So it's just going to be more realistic that way. But anyway, yeah, so that's the Tiny Tree Socks, my little advent calendar that I'm trying to finish before the end of September. And my numbers are on the way. They haven't arrived yet, but they don't really need to arrive until the socks are all done. So anyway, so that is the second project that I've been working on. Now, I have a finished object. Where did I put the book? Do you know where it's from? Yes, of course you do. It is from the Saltwater Knits. We're going to talk about my saltwater stash down right now. I finished the Streely Made mitts for myself, and here they are. I love these. The only thing is, the thumb is a little big for me. Maybe I could have ripped it out and redid it, but like, tip of my thumb is there. Yeah, not too bad if I pull them down. But yeah. So the yarn is Briggs & Little, of course. The oatmeal color is the Tuffy, and the other two yarns are Heritage. This one is Folly Mountain Spruce, which is only available at DM Fitzpatrick Studio, and I have to go buy more because it's in my fire season blanket. So I'm going there on Thursday. This one is Dark Maroon, which is a color that I've really come to enjoy. It looks great with so many other colors. So, but that dark maroon is available like just as part of their regular selection of colorways. So that is the Streely Made pattern from Saltwater Classics. I did change up the top. In the book, they have like a picket fence top for this pattern, but I went back to the Hello Goodbye mitts, which are also in the same book, and switched out the top because I like the rounded top better. I will show you in the book. Yeah, so here's, I have to take the clip off. Here's Hello Goodbye. Let's see if I can get it. Here's the good picture. See there? So that's the more rounded top that I used. Like that. Whoops. There we go. And Streely Made has a top that looks like that. See how pointy it is? I've done that one before. I really prefer the rounded one. So that is what I did. I think Maisie is, she's trying to settle, but also trying to not settle on the futon. She just let out a big yawn, but she's interested in what's going on outside, so she's like stretched out, looking. But hopefully she doesn't like climb all over me again because I am so warm. Oh, so warm. It's going to be a long time, I think, before I get to wear these. They still need to be blocked. All the ends are woven in. I'm going to block them as soon as I finish recording here, actually. All right. So the last project that I have to tell you about, of course, is my fire season blanket. I've been trying to catch up with the months. So I am on August right now, and I think I'm on like August 16th or something like that. Yeah, that looks about right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, yeah, 16. So there's where I was in the last video, and that is all I knit. I could have knit more in the past week, but I was a little busy, so, but I did do some. It's not too bad. So I'll do a few rows on that tonight. I'll knit a little sock, and I'll do a few rows on this, but this is how August is shaping up here. It's interesting, as I went through this, it was like the main color was the blue one starting out, and then over the season the main color like switched to yellow. And there it is. So this white line here splits the months. So this is how August is shaping up. I am about to go back into yellow again. So I was kind of looking ahead at what the fire weather is like, has been since this point until now, and how much more of the yarn I'm gonna have to get at Deanne Fitzpatrick. We're already halfway through September, so I only have 1 month, less than a month of fire season to go, because it's until October 15th. So yeah, and it'd be great if I could catch up so that I can just cast it off right away. Wouldn't that be great? And I have been weaving in ends. I have ends woven up. Okay, that's August, that's July. So last night I wove in June. And then, so yeah, and I had to go to bed because it was getting late, but I wanted to weave in July. So I'll probably weave in July tonight as well. I'll do however many rows make sense with the colors. I get frustrated when I'm like switching too many colors. So yeah, so I'll knit a few rows depending on switching colors, and then I'll weave in the ends for July. And Maisie is attacking my yarn. Thank you, Maisie. Okay, so let's talk about plans for a second. So I've kind of, excuse me, I abandoned the Year of the Garment over the summer because it was too hot to knit with a sweater. Although I knit with the fire season blanket. Although I kind of have it cast to the sides long enough that I can just kind of flip it to the side and kind of work on it. But having too many large projects was just not my thing for the summertime. So I worked on a lot of socks. But now I want to say we're getting into cooler weather. We are really not. But I want to try to manifest it. Can we manifest fall weather, please? So I have to bring my Wintersol sweater back out and finish that so that I can get cracking on other garments. There's one I want to knit for my mother. I had mentioned before that I wanted to knit her the November vest. And then I tried getting used to brioche by knitting the bandana cowl, which is now in hibernation because it's in timeout. So I'm thinking like maybe it'll take me too long to knit her. If I stay fixated on that November vest, she will end up not getting a vest for a while because I'm just going to be like, I don't want to knit the brioche. Don't want to do it. I need to get used to it. I need more practice. And I don't want that to happen. So I went and I looked up other vests and wanted to find one that really suited her. But what she wanted is like an open vest, like a cardigan vest that just she can slip on and, you know, like no buttons or anything, just kind of something for her to pop on when it gets chilly in the house or whatever, and just warm her up a little bit. So I didn't want to find a plain one because I need a little bit of interest, and like, this is my mom. I want to do, like, I want to have something with a little bit of detail in it. So I was looking on Ravelry and I found a new to me designer, one that I hadn't really spotted on there before because, well, this time I was looking for a vest, and I found one, and the designer's name is Elizabeth Smith. And after having found the vest, I'm rather smitten with a lot of her designs. But for now, I will just show you the vest. And the pattern is called Faro, F-A-R-R-O. And actually, I was going to hold my tablet up, but I can enter that right here. How about I just put the picture right there? So anyway, you can see it. It is very lovely. It has like a nice lace edge to it, which I enjoy. I really like knitting lace. So, and it's worsted weight. I can use the same yarn that I was going to use for the November vest. That was the other thing about the November vest. I wasn't sure, like, brioche eats up so much more yarn. I wasn't sure that I had enough, and I didn't want to have to order more because it's yarn that has been in my stash for a long time. I already asked my mother if she liked the color. So yeah, this will work out so much better. So the plan is I'm going to finish the body of my Wintersal, and then I'm going to cast on the vest, and then I'm going to do the arms of the Wintersal. Well, like, after having finished the vest, I'm going to do the arms of the Wintersal, and then I'll be done 2 garments, right? And then I am going to cast on the warm-up sweater that I got. Ooh, it's still here. This yarn for. This drops air. So there's that. So that is what is happening. And then, so the rest of the projects that I have to finish for the month of September are small projects. So my saltwater mitts are still right here where I left them since recording. I haven't worked on the salt and pepper ones. I just was focused on doing the Streely Made so I could finish them. So that is that. I might fall down in Tracy's rolling yarn shop, and like my debit card might flee from my hand and land in her card reader, because Wednesday the grocery girls are coming to the port of Sydney on the cruise ship that they're hosting a cruise on, and some yarn dyers are coming, and I can say who they are now because Tracy mentioned it, and it's Timber Yarns, Pretty String, and Natural You, and I'm very excited. So I don't know if they're bringing yarn with them, but their yarn is there in Tracy's, so she sells it there, and they're all 3 that I love. I haven't knit with Pretty String yet, which I need to, because every time I'm in Tracy's rolling yarn shop and I see the Pretty String there, I'm just like, have a reaction to it because it's so beautiful. I might treat myself to a pair of socks, but I also have to knit my Halloween socks. Oh, by the way, so when the ship comes to port on Wednesday, it's going to be 28 degrees out with a humidex of 33. For those of you who deal in Fahrenheit, that is 85 degrees with a humidex of 91. I don't like that, but I'm still going to go. And also my buddy Anil is, he is the owner behind the Sydney Auditorium, and he is going to be selling his wonderful rocks and fossils and crystals down at the Sea Can this week. So it's going to be an exciting time. I'm really excited to meet the dyers that are coming and look at pretty yarn and meet a bunch of other knitters, because I don't get to talk to knitters that much anymore. There's nobody in my life. So love talking to knitters. That's, I think, going to be the most exciting part, and seeing like what everybody's working on if they bring like a small project with them or something. But yeah, 28 degrees, I don't know. It'll be worth it. And then, but then I think the temperature's supposed to go down on Thursday, because it's going down to the teens. And I'm just talking about weather now, but it's all a part of my whole, like, my whole comfort system here, right? I need to manifest the fall weather so I can work on my garments. But anyway, Piper is coming to visit now. I think that might be it. I think that's all I needed to talk about. Just a few plans and some projects. I have to cast on my Halloween socks, but I'll finish the other Halloween socks first. And I won't be recording this weekend because I'm going to the Annapolis Valley. I'm going to be on the Magic Wine Bus, which is always a good time. And I think I might make it to Gasbro Valley Fibers, although I don't know what I'm going to buy there. Because I initially was going to go there to find yarn to go with the curly locks for the Island Embrace blanket, but I ended up finding the right colorway, the matching colorway of the yarn in two different bases online from one shop in PEI and one shop in Ontario. So that's already bought. Ooh, maybe my Island Embrace blanket will be my Christmas Eve cast on. Or I'll just cast it on as soon as I finish the fire season blanket. There's always that. You can come with me on my journey of indecisiveness. Eventually decisions get made, but we go on a little journey before that happens. Okay, so I might go to Gasbro Valley Fibers. I don't know. I've just can't think of anything yarny that I need right now. I might try needle felting and get a little needle felting kit, but then I still haven't done my rug cooking kit yet. So like, but I just want to go to see it because it's such a charming shop. Like, it's in a barn and there's sheep outside and it's just wonderful. It's just a part of the whole valley experience. I'm going to drink wine, I'm going to pick apples, and I'm going to a sheepy yarn shop. So it's just, oh, and the used bookstore. Yeah, so I don't know. I'll go, probably. Might buy yarny accessories instead of yarn, though. Anyway. Oh, the other thing I wanted to talk about is the ads on my YouTube videos. So I watched one of my videos through to see how many ads are on it. And it was like a ridiculous amount. It was like 7 ads or something like that. So I looked into, being new at this, like how I can reduce the number of ads. So what I ended up doing is taking the mid-roll ads off of my past videos. And then just the last 3, I was able to edit it on desktop so that there's only like 1 ad in the middle. So that's what I'm going to be doing going forward. Depending on the length of the video, you'll only have like at max 2 mid-roll ads. It'll mostly be 1 for like a 20 to 30 minute video. But any of my special videos that are like approaching an hour, I'll do two ads. So yeah, I don't want to overrun you with ads. But it defaults to like that many ads. That's how many ads YouTube wants to put up. And it's like, yeah, I understand they want to get their coin, but a 20-minute video, 7 ads? Really? No, thank you. So, anyway, so yeah, that's that. I will be recording next weekend, so I will see you then. Hopefully I will see some of you on Wednesday at the Porter Sydney with Tracy and the Grocery Girls and their whole crew, and yeah, Yarn Dyers, yay. So all right, I'm going to sign off now. Until next time, take care.